and green. That is the identity that Singaporeans have been holding for close to 2 decades. With an increased emphasis on sustainability, there has been greater awareness of Singaporeans going green. However, are we really leading a green lifestyle? Let's explore the rules and the realities of the green lifestyles in our little red dot. Singapore has many green campaigns which aim to inspire Singaporeans to care and protect our living environment by adopting an environmentally friendly lifestyle. The Energy Efficiency Campaign is one that promotes practical and cost-effective means of mitigating carbon dioxide emissions while sustaining economic development.
The weather is so hot! Hey, do you know that a single aircon is enough to power 32 fans? Using a fan instead of an aircon saves not only on the energy, but also a lot on your bills. So what temperature should we set it at? We should set it at 25 degrees Celsius. Not all aircons are the same though. The more ticks on the aircon energy label, the better. They save you the most money in the long run, even though they may cost more upfront. These electronic gadgets will continue to draw standby power if you do not switch them off at the power sockets. Let us now look at individuals' understanding of green lifestyle.
I'm a bit confused. Maybe something saying that I can recycle it.
Potato means I thought it's a vegetarian.
I think more or less Terminus is a better product.
If it's kind of similar range, I could go for the more expensive.
This is how a typical Singaporean shop for groceries in Singapore. Sis, what are we buying today? Mommy don't take one more water home. Bottled waters? Today from school comes out to buy bottled waters. Are we actually harming the environment? No, we are not. We can always recycle after that. But how? By putting them in the recycling bin. Are you sure? Yes, let's go. Why don't more people drink water straight from the kitchen tap? In Singapore, our governments make sure water from the tap is safe. Plastic bottle recycling can help. Instead of disposing it as trash, plastic bottles can be turned. Besides individuals like you and I doing our part in recycling, reusing and reducing waste, companies now are stepping up efforts in recycling waste.
The very first step that we do is really about sorting out the different materials which we actually collected. Plastics, the aluminium as well as the papers. Segregate them into their different categories, compress the waste that we collected, to minimize the amount of space taken up by the waste itself. After we weigh all this, the final process is really very simple. It's all about stacking them up and making sure that we have sufficient space for the subsequent waste.
How do you come up with the idea of turning green efforts into a business opportunity?
Convert all these plastics, or rather all this waste, into a goal for future purposes, lesser waste and actually greener products.
Singapore's output of solid waste has increased significantly over the years, from 1.2 tons per day in 1970 to a high of 8,000 tons per day in 2012. Over the years, the National Environmental Agency has launched several recycling programs to encourage waste minimization and recycling. In line with the National Recycling Program launched by NEA since April 2001, there's an initiative implemented that many of us are familiar with, and that is the door-to-door collection with recycling bags. Licensed by NEA, the public waste collectors are required to collect the recyclables of households door-to-door on predetermined days once every fortnight at the assigned HDB and private estates. In reality, are residents really responding well to the program, and does it help to alter their behaviour to recycle? For that, let us take a look. It is heartening to see that people are taking the step to recycle. However, more often than not, people are also treating the recycling platform as a place to dispose of their rubbish.
With that, now let us take a look at what are some solutions suggested by the public.
As an individual, probably they can adopt the 3R, the reduce, reuse and recycle. They are like, I think it's a trend that there's this green fees going on. They sell like hardware and cups. I think maybe people can start shopping from there. It's a good start.
After hearing from the public, let us now share how else we can reduce energy consumption on an individual level.
Where we are now is one example of a green building. Tree Lodge at Punggol, HDB's first eco-friendly precinct and Singapore's first Green Mark Platinum HDB estate. Residential blocks here are strategically designed to maximize the natural cross ventilation and lighting. There are also solar panels which power the building's common areas such as corridors and hallways. This is the Eco Deck. It is a shared space that links the different blocks by incorporating a garden, where residents participate in growing the plants and sharing the harvest with the community.
If that is not enough, there is the integrated wash basin toilet pedestal system. The water that has been used for hand washing will be redirected to the pedestal system for the next flush, so it saves water and money too. The greening of our HDB flats has a potential to reduce our country's energy consumption significantly.
The water solutions deployed in Singapore have a three-pronged approach. Instead of purchasing bottled waters, install a water filter. It's cost-saving and yet you can enjoy clean water that runs through your tap.
We can also do our parts right at home by switching to household products with more ticks on the energy label and switching off the power sockets after use.
While there may be an increase in the number of people who recycle over the years, residents have to be educated on what can and cannot be recycled and to know that this is not just a dumping ground for unwanted items.
By pursuing green actions, we realize the power of our daily decisions and how it impacts the world around us.
When each of us work on leaving our own beautiful footprints, we set the stage for our future to flourish. Protecting the environment is everyone's responsibility because our actions and inactions can affect the environment.
Together we will take small steps to make a collectively large difference to the environment.